Blessings. Welcome back to today's Law Enforcement Daily Devotional. Today we're in Exodus, continuing on in 22 through 24, and today was a lot about just rules and policies, things like that, kind of like city ordinances, things that we wouldn't look at necessarily as laws, because in God's law, it's different. And in the law that he gave Moses, that Moses set up for the Israelites, there was one law. There was not a criminal law and a civil law. And just like here in Texas, we have a transportation code, the criminal procedures. We have the penal code, which is the criminal laws. We have the family code. We have the health and safety code, where you get all your drug offenses from, and where you can tell if it's a category 1 drug or a category 2, and just all these different books and all these different sets of laws that we have, because we just have so many that address everything. But in God's law, he puts it in one book. I mean, and not even a book, but Moses gives them the law, and it is all-encompassing. It's just one law. So we see a lot of mixture between what we would consider civil law, and criminal law. And a good example, right off the bat in 22, he addresses thieves and what you should do to a thief. And then it kind of goes into a civil law as far as civil responsibility, and I put social responsibility. What do you do if your bull gets out of your pen and goes to somebody else's pen, or eats your grass, or a fire burns your neighbor's land and crops? I mean, there's just a lot of law that is just, it's all mixed into just one law, which really, if you think about it, in the simplicity of it, there's a lot of peace for me, because you wouldn't have to know the nuances of every single family code. I mean, you just have one law. But what we say in law enforcement is it's job security. If we didn't have people breaking these laws, we wouldn't have a job. And the more laws they put on, the more responsibility we have. And man, there's going to come a day when somebody's going to recognize that cops should be cops, shouldn't be social workers, and they shouldn't be mental health experts, and they shouldn't be this and that. We need to scale back down to a little bit of simplicity. But anyway, as we go on through this, there is a section that addresses social responsibility. Wow, what a concept, because I think in today's culture and society, we don't have anybody that understands what social responsibility is. And one of the verses from this section of being socially responsible is verse 28. It says, "Do not blaspheme God or curse the ruler of your people." Now, if I turn my TV on, whether I'm watching a paid subscription that shows their own TV series or a set of movies, or if I'm watching the local TV channels, I couldn't go probably an hour watching anything on the television that doesn't either make fun of the President of the United States, or your governor, or some official, or you're hearing them use the Lord's name in vain. And when they call out to Jesus, they're not using it in a prayerful sense. They're using it as a blasphemous term, almost like a curse word. So anyway, a lot of verses, a lot of good things from this, that even for me, I need to read this every so often and remind myself of the things that I'm responsible for, that affect my witness and my testimony to other people around me, who may be looking to my behavior and my speech to see if I'm following the things that are important to God. Chapter 23, verse 2 says, "Do not follow the crowd in doing wrong." We have a lot of herd mentality nowadays, where if you're in herds, I get it, because I've got cows out here in the front pasture, and they're in a herd. But man, when the herd goes this way, they all go. When the lead cow goes this way, the herd goes this way. And in a crowd of people, if you get one leader and they suggest, hey, let's go do this, there's this herd mentality where everybody just kind of follows the leader and okay. I think law enforcement sees it mainly in traffic patterns. You block one road and people are like, oh my gosh, what do I do? How do I get home? Well, take some side roads or something, but they just follow the herd. Everybody's going this way, that's the way I'm going. So tons of great reminders and things for us personally, as well as law enforcement takeaways out of these 3 chapters. We're going to continue tomorrow in Exodus chapter 25, 26, and 27. And we're going to see what kind of law enforcement takeaways there are from those 3 chapters. So I look forward to seeing you back here. Make sure you read ahead of time so you know what we're talking about. And you guys stay safe and be blessed.